Hello everybody, it's Martin here and Rich. Rich is going to give me a slide guitar lesson, but we thought we'd do it just like the olden days. We'd come to the graveyard and do the slide lesson, do the guitar lesson here where it's quiet and we can't bother anybody. We've been making noise in the house all morning. Rich is here to do some gigs in the north of England with me, and we've just come to give a bit of relief in the house, some peace and quiet before we head out to today's gig. So here's the grave of Mat Mathias. He's the guy that invented the Matamp amplifiers that became Orange. They happened here in Huddersfield back in the 60s. I used to work Saturday mornings in the 90s for Matamp. It's Jeff that owns it now.
Are you recording?
It's recording.
Right.
Okay, we've found a place where we're sat on the back of the graves, so we're nowhere near anybody. So I've watched Rich for years now doing all this stuff where he plays with the slide and he does all this stuff behind the slide with his fingers. I don't know what I've literally never looked at it, and I've always wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So we've brought our 1930 Triolian, 1929 Triolian up to the graveyard. Peace and quiet at home for half an hour. What is that stuff? Where did you learn about that first of all?
I think Rainer was the first guy I saw do it.
Check out Rainer. Is it Brown?
Patchek.
Yeah, got the name completely wrong. We're not scripting this, and what you get is what you get. Rainer Patchek. I'll put a link in the thing at below. Okay, so
what it allows you to do basically is just not. The guitar's in a major, G major. This is, and it allows you to play minor notes. I mean, briefly. Let me just run you through. So we're at 7th fret now, and if we hold down the 2nd string here,
wow,
I've got a minor now. So if I'm picking this. You basically hold down the minor here.
So if I hold down the 7th fret with the slide,
yeah, put your middle finger.
That's a major chord.
On the 6th fret, 2nd string up.
So I'm going to go. So it's 1 fret behind. So it's 6th fret on the 2nd string.
Hold it down. Yeah.
So are you? When you do that,
another one.
Are you only? Hang on. Are you with the slide? Are you only playing those notes, or are you playing the whole slide?
Here, the whole lot. Then on that. Well, not the fat string, but
because I'm not getting that minor note.
So I think what worth pointing out is you put your thumb on the back of right on the back, and push the hand round. Otherwise, if you like this, you'll never get the notes. Yeah. You've got to be much lighter on the strings there.
With what? Slide?
Yeah.
Well, first, could I just try and get this minor chord? Because this is brand new to me. Yeah.
There you are. So leave it down.
Whoa! So you get a minor chord. Yeah. Shit! That's amazing.
And then you can run down behind it. If you hold down.
So first thing for people on the lesson, you can get that minor chord, and then I'll try and give some notes because we're quite far away. You might not be able to see the fretboard clearly. So I'm just going major, minor, and then what you're doing is you're playing that note.
Yeah, well, I just run about them really.
And then you're going to fret 5 on the top string, and you've got that fret 6 on the 2nd string. Fret 5 on the top string, That's a
so
lovely...
no, look.
So then you're going to... So that bass note is fret 5 on the 5th string. So let me just try and get that. So that's with nothing but the slide. I'm not getting that bass note to sound. So it's about what it appears to be. What I'm discovering this in real time with you guys. Is it's about being really light with the slide.
It's a lot on the touch and on your pick as well. So everything, you've got to lighten up on everything really, I think.
I've got it. That's it. So if that's one note. If I then press down here, it changes notes.
Yeah. But you keep your slide on, so you're just literally making the notes up as you go behind.
Ooh, gosh, it's really, you have to be super light. Wow. So the slide's still touching, but the note changes.
Yeah, so the slide stays in, and you kind of you get your dampening in here, and I mean Rainer was he had a thumb pick and he was like a chugga kind of player.
So you play.
This is
let's give the 7 people on YouTube that give a fuck about this. Give them a demonstration of this kind of style of playing, this Rainer style of playing where you play behind the slide.
This is a tune.
Stuff like that, like at one point there you had the slide on fret 3 and you were playing I think the 1st fret on the top string. Do you know what you're doing in terms of music theory, or when you started doing this technique did you just play behind the slide with your fingers until you got sounds right?
No, I've got no idea what I'm doing.
And then this is the perfect place to teach people.
I mean it's my mind works in a kind of do re mi ba 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 ba. So look, then I hold it minor.
This is really right. Let's show. I might even pick up the phone and show people. I'm going to put this wooden 1929 guitar down on the wet grass because that's how we do things. That thing where you just like ran a scale with minor and major voicings.
My brain works with it.
Right, let's show the good people what you focus.
There's my G.
Right, so what we've got there, let's just let's keep the focus. I'm just trying to focus. Right, okay, good. Come on, phone, focus. Hang on. It's been a douchebag. There we go. Right, I've autofocus locked on your fretboard. So what have you got there then?
I'm holding down
fret. Was it fret 2?
Fret 2. I'm holding down the 2 notes there, and the slide is angled slightly away. So
right, show me that again. Sorry, that slide angle. Right, so you had your finger down on, was it fret 1 of the...
Yep.
There you go, so that's getting that minor note. So that's making a 2 chord, so basically you've got G, if the guitar's tuned to G major, you've got a 2 minor, and then you've got a 4, what's that there, 3 minor.
Yeah, and at any point here, if I want to change...
You're now on fret 5, so you're doing like a 4 chord, and you can turn it minor or major by doing this behind the slide. Wow. So there's a lot to play, so just play something where you're using those inversions. So what I need to do, now you've shown me that, is basically on mine is try and copy what you're doing there. Just basically probably muck about putting my fingers behind.
Yeah,
and until I get the sound I want and I can hear that minor chord.
Mate, as with most things, and with the slide, it is really down to touch, isn't it? I feel. It's the same with, it's just getting the continuity, the left and the right hand down, and not being too heavy-handed with it.
Yep.
Just playing, just really getting a feel for it.
Do you know what? Until I saw this, like what you just did there, where you went through like a diatonic kind of number system, I think of slide guitar as something that's like riff-based because of the tunings. What you've just shown there is a way to open up the fretboard. So at any place you can put minor, major, major, even major 7 inversions in just by putting your finger behind the slide and having a light touch on the slide. And I've been playing music professionally for 14 years, and I've been playing slide guitar for probably about 10.
Yeah.
I did not know you could do that in that way until now.
Right. Well,
until we walked up to the graveyard.
If you go.
So what you're doing here, you're going to like a detuning or something?
Yeah. So now everything just changes, but we just go up towards the head. So now.
Whoa. So let's just try and get, again, for the people on YouTube that are watching this, like we're discovering in real time, that first inversion there, if you just take your fingers off, the slide's on fret 2. Let's tell people on YouTube now what you've got your finger, you're in open D tuning, your finger's now on the G string, first fret, and that's turning it into a minor chord from a major chord.
Yeah.
Right. Minor chord, major chord on the 5, 7 minor, I think. 6 minor, 7, and then you're back to the octave.
Yeah.
So that opens up the fretboard for like chordal stuff, but also you could use that to like do major minor soloing with a slide.
Oh,
like
definitely,
you know, like electric players like T-Bone Walker or Eric Clapton, they'll mix minor major pentatonics to do a solo. We can do the same thing with a slide now, and then using those fingers behind the slide when you want it.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, this has been like really instructional.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, no, well it has for me. Well, it's the
my amazing guitar teaching skills.
Rich, this is so Rich. All Rich's links will be in the thing at the bottom. Gosh, we got in late last night from the gig. In the description box at the bottom. Rich is a professor of philosophy, and he's also you are Dr. Rich, and also he's trained a world champion cage fighter. So if you can teach that, you can certainly teach guitar.
What about a Rainer song?
Plays a song and then we better stop this. I'm going to go home and try and actually figure some of this out.
Kind of thing, anyway.
Yeah, I've just zoomed in down the guitar neck so people can see like what the fingerings are in that tune. But that's an amazing concept. I was like, well, look, let's go out of the house and Rich can show me that thing you do behind the slide. I don't even get it, but that's actually genuinely been a revelation. What you can do more with it than I thought you could. I thought it would just make pretty sounding things, and it was a little, almost like a little thing you can throw in. But there's so much you can do with a slide guitar neck there.
Yeah.
Whether it's an electric, normal acoustic, or these daft resonators that we're me and Rich like to piss about with. But there we go. Thank you for that. That's a 15-minute guitar lesson with lots of ideas. Well, Rich, thank goodness it isn't midnight. Otherwise, you know, some mysterious mythical figure might have turned up, and we'd have sold our souls to the devil for supernatural guitar powers. As it happens, it's lunchtime on Saturday, so we've got our souls intact. We're a bunch of arseholes. And we're going to go now and probably have a piece of toast, load the car, and then go and play this afternoon's gig where we're playing sort of solo, but together. We take it in turns to play, you know, a blues song. Just take it in turns and play a few songs at the end of the set together, me and Rich. Something we like to do a couple of times a year, do little mini tours. So we're going around Yorkshire this weekend. And the sun is shining and the birds are singing. And that's the blues. Yeah.
How long's that evening train been gone? I don't know, but I